guess what came in the mail today? Actually, it was really FedEx. Spiders. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. It's spider unpacking time! Yes, I know it's creepy, but I haven't really shared very many of the recent unpacking videos with you. And really, when you hear unpacking or unboxing video, you think it's some really cool electronic thing that I bought on the interwebs. Well, I mean, you're half right. It's some creepy, hairy, scary, crawly thing that I bought on the interwebs. You know, I bought it with a Google machine. So this was an impulse buy. My giant huntsman spider, the one from Australia, it croaked. You know, they don't live super long period of time, at least not around here. They have been out of stock for a long time. People have been leaving comments on my videos saying, hey, where'd you get yours? I can't find them anywhere. And really, I've looked over the last year, and they're hard to find. But as chance would have it, my supplier down in Florida had 2 in stock, and I said, yeah, I better put an order in. And really, you can't just order one. So they had 2 of the giant huntsmans in stock. So I ordered both of them and then a couple other things. Then they had this guy. He was on sale. And why was he on sale? Well, how it usually works is they breed these tarantulas. Everybody's breeding their own now. There's some wild caught, but it's a lot easier. Breed your own, and then they'll get to a certain size. They say, hey, they're no longer tiny. They're no longer slings. We need to get rid of them. So they put them on sale. He was, I want to say, about half off. I think it was $47.99 or $48. And really, for a tarantula this size that you don't have to wait 3 to 6 months to get to this size, I mean, that was a good deal. So I said, put them in the cart. And then as it turned out, they only had 1 of the giant huntsmen in stock. They called me and said, hey, I'm sorry. So they shipped the thing out, and they overnighted it. And I'm watching it track. So when I opened the box was cold. There was, I don't know what it was. It wasn't a normal heat pouch. I don't know, maybe a desiccant or something. I don't know. So there was something in there and it was cold, unless it was a refrigerator pouch. I don't know. Everybody in the box looked, you know, they were moving around. This guy's not really moving. Is he okay? Well, probably. But we are going to find out. And really quick, before we let him out into this new habitat that I set up just the other day. And really quick, this habitat is very cool. It comes in a box. I got it from Chewy. Yeah, I always told myself I was never going to order anything from there, but they had these, and they are really cool. I did an assembly video on these. I mean, really, 70, 75 bucks for a 15-gallon terrarium like this. Very cool. Anyways, I had never heard of this type of tarantula before. It's called a Thailand golden fringe tarantula. This is another one of those, the males live 3 to 4 years and the females live about 15 years. Man, I hope this is a male. They come from Thailand, Myanmar, and somewhere else. But, you know, over there. It is an old world tarantula. And it is not arboreal, it is terrestrial, it's a burrower. So let me tell you what I found out after I ordered the thing and it was already shipped. These are sometimes referred to as pet holes or hole pets, because they will spend most of their life in a den underground that they have dug up to 30 centimeters down. I don't have the inch conversion for that, but just know it's quite a ways down. And then they will make these weird web tunnels up on the surface. They don't really climb on things. You don't want to have anything high in there because it'll climb on it and fall off and get hurt. Kind of stupid spider falls off of something and gets hurt. Well, this one does. It's a slow grower, so it's going to be well over a year before it reaches full size. Once again, the size for this is in centimeters, 14 to 15 centimeters leg span, which is probably somewhere between 5 and 6 inches. Not a very big tarantula. But even though it's not very big, it's still going to take 1.5 to 2 years to get up to that not very big size. So it's not as impressive size-wise as some of the other ones we have, because there's a couple of these tarantulas we have. One gets up to 10-inch leg span. I know, huge, right? And then there's some 8s and 9s, but you know, the average is 5 to 6. This is somewhere in the average. So I did my research. When they get to be an adult, they look very cool and have a very cool golden, finger quotes, color. And as they get older, they have a ribbed tiger pattern on their body. Very cool, right? which is why they're sometimes referred to earth tigers or the earth tiger. Now, depending where you read, some places say they are very timid and friendly. But even in the next sentence, they say they're a feisty, old-world, defensive bird spider that will gladly display threat poses and launch attacks to bite if provoked. Yeah, that sounds timid to me, right? It's no Colombian rosehair or Mexican redknee. And of course, with most of the things I purchase, it says not recommended for beginner hobbyists. Oh, I'm a hobbyist now. And then I did a little more research, and this other part came from a cricket supplier I've used, Josh's Frogs. I've mentioned them in videos before. And this says this species has a fast growth rate. Oh, so it's not going to be 1.5 to 2 years till it's big. Well, I guess that's good, right? But the care sheet at Josh's Frogs also says it doesn't have them little hair shooting out things going on. So you don't have to worry about it shooting them hairs down your throat, getting in your lungs, infecting you, and croaking you. Well, that's good, right? But where this care sheet kind of agrees with some of the other message board stuff I've read, this spider does have stronger venom. Like I said, all the really cool ones are fast and venomous. So from my virtual minutes worth of research on at least half a dozen websites, I have learned this spider either grows slow to medium or it grows really fast. It is either a hair kicker or it doesn't kick hairs out at all. The males live 3 to 4 years. The females live 14 to 15 years. And the recommended temperature is, upper 70s to lower 80s. Humidity, 70% to 90%-ish. Everybody pretty much agrees with this. And one of the other things they kind of agree on, it's a very cool-looking spider, but it's a digger. It spends most of his life underground. Not all of its life underground, but most of it, primarily. It digs tunnels. It lives underground. It comes up at night to eat something. It goes back underground. And it says they're beautiful spiders if you're lucky enough to catch it when it comes up to the surface. Does this remind you of anything? Remember that camel spider we had that would dig underground for months at a time and then you'd have to dig it up? Oh, it's still alive. And it would dig back under and yeah, it reminds me of that. I have this pet. It's just underground over there somewhere. But I did get one really helpful tip, and it was don't feed it a lot. It will want to eat a lot. It's a voracious eater, but if you only feed it 1 or 2 crickets about once a week, it'll be hungry and it'll come out from underground more often to look for food, and then you can catch it or catch a glimpse of it. Well, I'm going to have to set up cameras and night vision, and otherwise I'm going to have this pet that I'm never going to see. And really quick, why do we refer to these as pets? Because you ain't going to pet them. They're probably going to bite you or may not flick hairs down your throat. So, yeah, I don't know. But he was on sale, right? Half price. So we've got to get him out of this shipping container and into his new habitat. I set this habitat up last night. I have a couple inches of substrate in most of the tank. And then I have a section of the tank where it's 4 to 5 inches deep. Let him tunnel there. I mean, we're not going to be able to go 33 or 34 centimeters deep. I just can't do that. Because if my conversion is correct, about 33 centimeters is 12 inches or a foot. Maybe when he's bigger, but really, he's small now. Supposed to be small, 3 to 4 inches. And then when he gets bigger, we will deal with that, when he gets bigger. So he's been in here. Gosh, that's got to be more web than... Boy, that's a hairy looking spider. It has got to be more web than just overnight. Somebody's calling me, but I'm going to ignore it because, we're kind of in the middle of something. So he's really not moving. We're not going to just poke at him. We are going to let him come out on his own. But yeah, that's a lot of web for just being in there overnight. Unless this is his little mini habitat they've been growing him in. Yeah, I don't know. Well, so much for him just jumping on out and trying to bite me and flick or not flick hairs at me or be timid or aggressive. Okay, so it's been half an hour. No movement or nothing to see here. So I'm going to remove his paper towel and see if he's even alive. I'm sure he's alive. Yeah, there's just so much web. As you can see, I'm only using one of the big tweezers, one of the sets of tongs. I probably should be using the second to hold the container from moving. But what I'm doing is I have my other hand is holding the lid to this habitat in case he jumps out here and I gotta slide that lid in really quick. Get the paper towel out of there. Yeah, he still hasn't moved. Might be playing dead. Alright, so... No, that's not two spiders in there. Alright, well, he may or may not be alive, but it looks like he molted in transit. That is, unless they've just been growing him in this container. But yeah, that doesn't seem right. But I could see them putting him in here and him freaking out and saying, hey, I'm going to molt, so he made himself a web thing, and it really wouldn't take him very long to make this much web. So yeah, I'm pretty sure he is not alive. But just in case, I am going to leave him in here with the lid on his habitat, the heat set for 75 degrees, in a dark area, and then I'll come look at him tomorrow, but I'm pretty sure he's croaked. And before you say it, no, that's not why he was on sale half price. Yeah, alright, so there you have it. It's been another successful spider transfer. Well, at least you didn't get out, right? So, do you know anything about this tarantula? Have you ever heard of it? I can't say have you ever seen one before because you can't really tell what it looks like from this video. So leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.